Why can't I sleep? Or what am I taking to bed with me that's not allowing me to sleep? Here's an interesting thought. Do you realize if you lived to be 90 years old, you would have spent 30 of those years in bed? Wow. I mean, that's 1/3 of our lives that we spend sleeping. That's why this class is so important. Now, 2 things I need from you. Number 1 is your journal. I need you to have something to write in so you can write things down. You have better memory retention when you write things down. Also, keep it by your bedside. If you wake up or have an intuitive thought or a dream, you have something to write in. Second thing is to stay hydrated. We're flushing toxins out of our bodies. Also, an interesting note is when we sleep, we're also eliminating all of those thoughts and memories that we don't need to hold on to. Like, how many times did you brush your teeth today? Or what shoe did you put on first? Or where did you park the car? We don't need to access that information, so all of that is being flushed out also. So please stay hydrated. So here we are in the bedroom. We climb into this thing every night, but do we really know why? It's so much more than I'm tired. Our best line of defense is a good night's sleep. This is where we recharge, regroup, and re-energize for the next day, all while we are sleeping. Let's begin with how energies and thoughts are related. So this is where the stresses and the anxieties come from. The example I'm going to give you is you're at work and the workload is overwhelming, and sometimes it doesn't even have to be anything that's said to you. It could just be a look from your boss or your coworkers, and you interpret that to be, I'm not doing enough. I'm not good enough for this job. I can't handle the pressure. Can you see how it's a thought and an energy, and without even anyone saying anything, we're already interpreting it to beat ourselves up. And we take this stuff home with us. So my first step is, if we're having the anxiety and the stresses, where are they coming from? We need to define where they're coming from, whether it's relatives, relationships, or work, or just people we're passing on the street and picking up their stuff. You do not want to bring this home, okay? This whole course and everything that I'm teaching is all about the awareness of the energies and how to immediately either give them back or leave them in the office and close the door, put it in a file cabinet. I don't want you opening the door to your home or your apartment and walking in with this stuff and then dumping it in your apartment or your home. No. We don't need it. It's not ours. It doesn't belong to us. It was given to us from someone else. And if we give it back to them, they won't notice that. But it frees us up that we don't have to be under that pressure, that constraint, and not being able to see clearly where we're going. That's a huge thing. So if we can define where the energies are coming from, return them. A good way, even going to the gym, that's where people dump all of their stresses and anxieties. But don't pick up from somebody else's crap and take that home. So when you put your key into the door and you're about to walk into your space, what are you bringing with you? Make that an awareness. Don't open the door until you say, okay, this stuff's got to stay outside. I'm not bringing it home. That's like step 1. And then when you get inside your home, what's going on? What's the energy like in your home? Marie Kondo wrote a great book about tidying up. And about a lot of that is energies and the feng shui and letting the energy flow through the space. If you've got boxes and things on the floor, the energy is going to get stuck. It's not going to flow anywhere. And it's also, this is a great thought. If you've got a box of stuff that you're going to deal with and it's sitting on the floor, do you realize every time you walk by it, and I'll go past it again, it's like nagging at you. You never got to me. Why are you ignoring me? Why aren't you putting me away? Why aren't you going through me? So it's still draining your energy as it's sitting there. So get the stuff off the floor, get stuff cleared away. The other thing I do is sage and Palo Santo. I'm sure you're familiar with that, but if you're not, sage is an herb, Palo Santo is a wood. Burning sage in an apartment situation could smell like marijuana, so I do recommend doing Palo Santo. You can get that at most stores or incense stores or crystal stores. It's a sweet wood. You light it, blow it out, and then you have the smoke. The smoke is a clarifying agent and will clear out all of the stuck energies. After you do a round on whatever floor you're on of the house or apartment, make sure you buy a window or a door and just push the energy aside. When you clear something out, you have to have an intention to bring things back in. That's why I like having your favorite incense or candle and coming in through the opposite direction to a clockwise motion and bringing in whatever intention it is that you want in your life. The 3 intentions I've been giving my clients this year are joy, ease, and light. Let's make it a little more happy and joyful and make it a little easier. Last year was so hard. Everything we did was hard. Let's have an intention of ease. How about things coming to us easier this year? I think that would be tremendous. And light, of course. So do that. That's clearing your space. Now there's another aspect is any of these energy barnacles from energy suckers that are around you or passing you by on the street even. There's information on this in my book. My book is called My Haunted Reality. And if you go to myhauntedreality.com, you can find information on the book. There's a chapter in there on energy. So my recipe is called bath soup. So you fill a tub with hot water and you put in 3 handfuls of baking soda, 3 handfuls of Epsom salts, a 3 to 5 second pour of hydrogen peroxide, 3 to 5 drops of your favorite organic oil, which could be lavender, rosemary, clove, bergamot's a good one, and soak in the tub for about 20 minutes. Do not get out of the tub, drain the tub, and feel as the water is leaving and releasing all the energies that are attached to you, it's just going to push all those energies down the drain. And it feels amazing. It's an energizing bath. You won't have any problem sleeping after this, I promise you. So dry off. Now we're getting into bed. This is where that question comes back. What are you taking to bed with you? Are you still bringing any of these energies, the stresses, the anxieties, the unfinished business with you to bed? We've done some initial clearing, but there's a few more steps to this process. You have your guidebook, your journal with you. Keep that by your bedside. And we want to review our day. I want you to take a mental note of all the things that you accomplished. We're so controlling that we probably have lists everywhere. We keep lists by our bed. So we wake up in the morning, we add to our list. And if we don't get it all done, we get stressed because it's self-inflicted stress. We didn't get all of our things finished. We didn't accomplish everything we wanted to, what we set out for the day, whatever our initial intention was for that day. So I need you to acknowledge all the things that you did get done. And I want you to either write a list in your journal or make a mental note of everything that you got done, whether it was relationship oriented or financial or work, whatever it was. If it was just brushing your teeth, then you brushed your teeth today and say thank you. Always end with gratitude. Now, the second part of this is delegating. We have a hard time delegating to other humans because they're not going to do it to our specifications. They're not going to do it on time. They're not going to do it the way we want to do it. So we'll just do it ourselves. Okay? You've heard that? You feel that? This is the point where if they're here to help us, let's let them help us. We need to tell them what to do. So all of those things in your to-do list that you didn't get to, I'm going to toss those up to my guides and say, hey, why don't you help me out with this while I sleep? I know this sounds simple. It has a tremendous result. Please believe me. So any decisions that you're making, whether it's relationship or financial or selling your home or whatever's on your mind, whatever was on your list that you didn't get done, let them take care of it for the night. And you just toss it up to them. Really big on thank you. You have to throw in the thank you. Please help me with all of these things so I can sleep. Thank you very much. Go to sleep. Now, All this stuff is off your chest. It's off your shoulders. It's out of your head. You have nothing else to do but sleep. How awesome is that? And I promise you, you'll have a great, great sleep. Now, the first thing you do in the morning, I don't want you running out in the kitchen and making coffee. I want you to do a physical self-analysis of how you're feeling. Start with your feet. Work up through your calves and your knees. Go up to your back. Is there any back pain? Any tension in your stomach? Heart palpitations? Any tension in your shoulders? Arms, hands, tightness? How about the neck? Go all the way up to the top of the head. Dry mouth, eyes, headache, anything in that area. If you can go through your self-evaluation and have no pain, you've just inherited $1 million as far as I'm concerned. There are people that have millions of dollars that cannot get out of bed. And if you can get out of bed and have all this working wonderfully with you, that's worth $1 million as far as I'm concerned. Congratulations. That's part one. Part two, because you're empathetic, I want you to sit there and say, how am I feeling? And I don't want you to answer fine. This is a deeper feeling. This is, how do I feel emotionally as compared to last night when I went to sleep? You understand. And it's going to take a few moments to see. Does it feel lighter? Is there clarity now? Am I less stressed? Whatever those little subtle changes are, those are the things I want you to start writing down. And that will snowball each day as you start going through this process. We want things to be complicated. So by giving it to you simply, they're like, what, that's all? It's just this conversation and delegating and throwing things away and go, yes, because we're not taking it to bed with us. Also, another big thing is, if there is an issue, I'll process it while I'm sleeping, or I'll sleep on it. Never, ever, ever do that. Sleep is for sleep. Processing is for processing. We don't cross that fence. If you need to process something, let your guides do it. Just toss it up to them and say, hey, you worry about this, I'm going to go to sleep. Sleep is for you. That's strictly just for you. It's not for anybody else. This is your time, your way of recharging and regrouping so you can attack the next day. So I have my clients keep in touch with me, and I monitor them afterwards and go, how is it happening? What's happening now? How are you feeling during the day? How's the energy during the day? Is it dissipating? What's going on? The results have been outstanding, absolutely outstanding. So we've defined where the energies are coming from. We know how to send them back and not take them home with us. We know how to clear our space. We know how to clear ourselves, and we know what not to bring into bed. Now you tell me in emails or texts and let me know how it's working for you. If you have any questions, if there's anything we can do to add to what you've already learned. Please check out my book, My Haunted Reality, at myhauntedreality.com. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening, and stay healthy.